Hello, welcome back to Worldview Connections. This is part 4 of the Worldview Mystery Series about aliens and UFOs. We left off talking about the ancient astronauts theories that are found hints of this in the Bible, according to ufologists and those researchers who are writing about these topics. So, were these things given to Moses and the ancient Israelites from aliens? From, again, use that word aliens, are these higher intelligent beings, the gods from other worlds? Another passage in the ancient Jewish and Christian scriptures, the Bible, um, did Ezekiel see God's spaceships, or did he see spaceships and UFOs and aliens? He sees, quote unquote, an immense cloud that contains fire and emits lightning and brilliant light. It continues, the center of the fire looked like glowing metal, and in the fire was what looked like 4 living creatures. These creatures are described as winged and humanoid. They sped back and forth like flashes of light, quote unquote, and fire moved back and forth among the creatures. The passage goes on to describe 4 shiny objects, each appearing like a wheel intersecting a wheel. So in some of these art depictions, you see artists' renditions of trying to figure out what Ezekiel was describing. These objects could fly, they moved with creatures. When the living creatures moved, the wheels beside them moved, and when the living creatures rose from the ground, the wheels also arose. Was the prophet of ancient Israel, Ezekiel, was he seeing God's spaceships? Were these the aliens, the alien gods in spaceships? And we'll get a little more into angels and the hierarchy of angels as well, that these were part of this experience. Other passages in ancient Jewish and Christian scriptures, the Bible, Elijah and his chariot of fire. Was the chariot of fire a word for UFO? In 2 Kings chapter 2:11, it says, and as they still went on and talked, behold, a chariot of fire and horses of fire separated the two of them. So Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. And this is where he drops his mantle onto Elisha, his successor as a prophet. And so there are many religious analogies and metaphors from this as well. But ufologists see this as, ancient Hebrews had a lot of hints at mystical things in the sky and things of this nature. Elijah and his chariot of fire was a UFO. Fire is light. Again, how would ancient humans describe a ship of light in the sky? Was the light a ship of light? Right? So that was this fire looked like to them, that's fire. Anything that's light is hot, fire producing. That's the only source of energy in the cultural context that an ancient human would think of. So these are some other renditions of Elijah and his chariot of fire. Here's a passage in Christian scriptures, the New Testament Bible. In the Nativity story, the wise men from the east followed his star, as it says in Matthew. You can see this in Matthew 2, 1 through 12. Get out your own Bible if you're a Bible reading person. It says, quote, in Matthew 2, 1 through 12, this is from the King James Version, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. So the question is, the wise men followed a moving star? But we know, astronomically, stars don't move. Was this a UFO leading the wise men from the east? Some would posit these are Zoroastrians. Were they in touch with the mystic alien gods? Are aliens and UFOs in the Christmas nativity story of Christianity? So with UFO sightings and ufology, let's get into what ufology is. It's the investigation of unidentified flying objects, UFOs, by people who believe that they may be of extraordinary origins, most famously extraterrestrial alien visitors. While there are instances of government, private, and fringe science investigations of UFOs, ufology is regarded by skeptics and science educators as a canonical example of pseudoscience. But you look at the religious aspects of this. This has affected people in many other ways that we'll look at in the pop culture, but religiously in ufology. Was Jesus given powers from the alien gods, as depicted in this art rendition here? So we'll finish here. Is God the Eternal Father a highly intelligent and sophisticated man from another galaxy who is immortal, wise, and powerful? And stay with us. More